I'm here at Centerville Elementary. I am a 4th grade teacher, and this is my 10th year. In my classroom, I have 5 desktop computers. I have an iPad cart with 20 iPads. I do want to inform you that we will be talking about the ReCap app, and it aligns with the ITSE Standard Number 2, Design and Develop Digital Age Learning Experiences and Assessments. So, what is the ReCap app, and why do I need it? This is a video response and reflection app that lets you see how your students learn. It is a quick and simple tool to use to collect student data. I like to use it as a formative assessment or exit ticket in my classroom, but I have had teachers use it for a homework tool as well. So let's get started. So I'm going to log out just so you can see what it's like. This is the teacher's dashboard. On the teacher dashboard, you must be at a desktop computer. If you are not at a desktop computer, it will not allow you to log in as a teacher. Okay, once you log in, you will just click and put in sign in, do your email address, and whatever password you set. So this is mine. I have 4 classes set up. So first I have my demo class number 3. I'm going to start there. You will add a class. You will title it, give it a name, and then you'll select if you want them to log in through email or using a class pin. If you have them log in through email, they can use their district email account that every student has. This is great as a privacy tool. It won't allow them to view anyone else's ReCap videos, but they will be allowed to see just their own videos, and it is private. So if you're doing it as a homework tool, they won't be able to see anyone else's answers. If you log in using a class pin, then once you type in their class pin, it'll generate one for you, and students will be able to see their own responses as well as the responses of other students. In my classroom, we use the class pin because we use everyone's answers for everything, and the kids like to view other students' responses, especially if we're using it in our novel studies. Then you'll click Add Class. I'm going to be working in my demo class 3. So once you click on your classroom, you will have the opportunity to add a recap. So I'm going to click Add a Recap. And I'm going to title it Novel Study. You have the opportunity to add up to 10 questions at one time. Once those questions are added, you can take them off if you decide you don't need as many questions. So I'm going to put it down to 2 questions. My first question is going to be, who are the main characters in the story? Students can easily respond to that one. And maybe that's what I'm checking to see, is if they can identify characters. For question number 1, I may ask, what is the theme of the story? So you have this option down here that says record video. That is if you want to record yourself asking the question. Or maybe there is a page that you want the students to see. So you can record it, hold up the page to the camera, and the kids can view it that way as well. Once you're finished adding questions, you're going to press Next. Once you press Next, you have the option to assign it to the whole class. Or if you have multiple classes, let's say you have reading 3 times, you can add it to your reading period 1, reading period 2, reading period 3. I can select more classes from my list because once again I had 4 classes, and as you can see, you can have up to 10 classes saved. You have the option to give it to everyone in the class or maybe just particular students. If you didn't need a response from everyone, you can just click on the students who you did want to hear from, student 1 or student 2. I'm going to keep it as whole class. Next, we have our max recording time per question. It can go from 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, all the way to 2 minutes. 2 minutes may not seem like a lot of time, but trust me, when students are recording themselves, it feels like forever. So that gives them plenty of time. I also like this tool because the students can view the question first. Then they can write down what they want to say on a piece of paper and then just record themselves reading it. It's that simple. Pick your due date. 8 hours, 24 hours, 2 days, 1 week. If you want it done the same day, then I would click 8 hours. Next, include the Assess Yourself poll question. This is optional. Maybe for the first couple of recaps, I would do that, or if there's something really important that I wanted to see, maybe if it was a math problem, what's 490 divided by 3? If the student feels confident that they had the right answer, they can click Got it. If they think they maybe have the right answer or there's something they didn't understand, they can click Partially Got it. If they didn't understand that question at all, they can click Didn't Get it. So for my What is the theme of the story question, the kids can respond, but at the end, if they feel like they really didn't understand what theme was, they can click Didn't Get it. And I know that for the next day, I have a small group reteach table that I can discuss theme again with those particular students. I'm going to cut it off though for this case. Then you click Send. So once you send it out, it'll go to the students and the students will be able to see exactly what recaps they have. This is still the teacher point of view. Notice I have 2 recaps available and they're both due in roughly a day. Activity. This is where you will see the students' recaps, and if they did a polling question, this is where you would be able to see how many students felt like they understood the question, partially got it, or didn't get it at all. Over here, you will find a daily review reel. This is where you will see, you press play, and it will give you a brief synopsis of all the videos that have been turned in. And down at the bottom, this is for all this, it's waiting for student responses. You can see exactly who turned in the assignment. Okay. This is where you get that class pin. What I usually do is take a screenshot of this and enlarge it, and I post it somewhere in the room so that when I ask them to go get their iPads and do their video response, then this is exactly what they would type in so they can sign in. So I'm going to switch over to the student sign in. And since I have a class pin, everyone's name would be displayed on here. So in this class, there's 2 students, student 1 and student 2. I have to make sure that I click on my name because we're using the class pin. If you chose to use email, only that student's account would show up. No one else's would. So I would click on a student 1, and it tells me that I have 2 recaps that I need to respond to. And I would click the Respond Now. It would give me an option to record myself, and I can re-record if I didn't like the first recording that I did. And I can re-record it again if I didn't like it until I get it right. And then once you're done, it will give them that poll if you have it turned on, and the end, you're finished with that. When they're finished with their recaps, all of the recaps that they have already done will show up down here at the bottom, and they can always go back and view their recaps all over again. Now, once the assignment deadline has ended, they will not be able to edit any of their recaps. Another option that is available for you is that you will be able to send messages on the recaps. Once they turn it in, if you really like what that student had to say, there will be 3 little dots that you can click on that you can type in your message to the student. And when they log in to see their recaps, they will be able to see your response, your feedback to them. So I really like that feedback option that they have recently added. Okay, I did want to show you one thing. See if we can get that on here. Okay, so this is it. I wanted to show you this picture. This is another recap. This is just a generic one that the Swivel Company has put out. I wanted you to see the teacher dashboard once recaps have been turned in. So this is that daily review reel that's around here. You would just click on it and you can start viewing the students' recaps. You can click on a particular student. Over here has your activity, and this is where you can see who got it, who partially got it, and who didn't get it at all, and who hasn't even responded yet. So I really like that. Down here you can see individual recaps that students have turned in. Plus, that's those 3 buttons I was talking about. That's where you can leave the feedback for each student if you choose to do so. So I did want to show you that option. So if you have any questions, I hope I have answered anything that you may have been thinking about. But my suggestion to you is just to get in there, create a demo class, add yourself as one of the students, and just play around with it. It's the best way to learn what the students are going to do and see, and what questions they may even come up with. It's very quick though, it's very simple, and it is an easy to use tool. So I really hope you enjoy ReCap as much as I have. Don't forget about other resources that are available from Garland ISD. We do have our Discovery Education. We have Atomic Learning, where you can go in and you can watch countless videos on all digital tools. And don't forget about our library resources the students can use to help them with their research. You can follow me on Twitter at TKStramB. I'll be the one with the Mario mushroom as my picture. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great evening.